This has been something I have wanted to do for a very long time. A no Comet medal run. I've never done that before. Look at it. Look at how long it's been since I last played this. Actually, it hasn't even been a year. Also, this game got updated recently. I say recently, it got updated quite a while ago. And I think new lines of text was added in. And I haven't looked up what that new text is. We already have a Mario, so let's go a Luigi. Hell no, I'm not going assist mode. So I've never done a no Comet medal run before. I want to see how far into the game we can get before we're essentially soft-locked, and we have to go back and get Comet medals. I never did this before. I never looked up what happens. So, I want to see what happens. If I play through the whole game and do not pick up a single Comet medal, how far can I get? Any excuse to play this game again, I'm always happy. And also the fact that, like I said, this game got updated, and I haven't seen what that update is. So whatever it is, I'll be able to see it for the first time. Unless it's so subtle. It's so subtle of an update that I completely miss it when it shows up. Oh my god. It's been a while since I last played this. I need to get used to the controls again. Oh, right. I don't have to spin yet. Not yet, at least. Come on, let's get going. You can pick up so many more star bits later on. Of course, you don't go down with that pipe. But to kick this Luma in the face. Oh, also, as of today, this is day 13 of me best buddying my Eternatus and using the gold bottle cap on it. Another reason why I'm doing this right now is because, well, doing this will give me plenty of time to work on my permutation hunt on my own time, which is what I was doing before this, so if you're curious about that, then check out what came before this. And also why I have Eternatus on screen. There's actually multiple reasons why I'm playing this right now. Like I said, gives me time to work on my shiny hunt on my own time. I got it to work a little bit today, but we're still a long way from me being able to do all of it. All the different possibilities. Like I said, I also love this game, and any reason to play this game again, I'm down for it. And finally, the next games I have in mind to play on the channel, well, I'm just not ready yet. And that's because I'm too lazy to buy a new micro SD card. Things are expensive these days. I bought a Nintendo Switch 2 quite a while ago, and I haven't even opened it. I never touched it at all. I bought it because I got it for a deal for $100 less. But I just haven't had any reason to actually use it yet. Well, now that I have a couple games for the system, because I bought those on sale as well, like I said, prices are outrageous. Yeah, I have a couple things I want to play on the channel next, but in order to use the system, use the console, I need to buy another micro SD card to put into that. And I've just been too lazy to. Even though it's well established that if I were to buy it off at Best Buy, it'll just deliver the next day. But yeah, I'm just too lazy to fork over at least $85 before tax for a brand new micro SD card. Unfortunately, if I'm not to buy it now, then the prices only get up. They'll only grow more expensive the more I wait. So yeah, until I can finally get off my lazy ass and buy a micro SD card, actually set up the system, because I also don't want to go through the headache of setting up the system, linking my Nintendo account, transferring all my game save data from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. Because, like, I don't think I want all my save data to go from one console to the other. I know that sounds ridiculous. But it's true, I don't want all my game data to be sent over. Like, I don't want all my Pokemon save data to be sent over, but I know I'll have to eventually, considering Pokemon Home and, like, transferring everything over. But some of the save data really just doesn't matter. You know, kind of like the save data for these games, the Mario Galaxy games. It's not all that important to me that the save data I have on the Switch 1 for these games gets carried over. Like, it's not that big a deal. Things like my Zelda games, some of my other Mario games. See, the reason I don't want that to be the case is because, well, then what am I going to do with my Switch 1 console? What I don't want is for me to only play Switch 2 exclusively and me to never touch my Switch 1 again. And if that's the case, like, I don't completely know how it works. I highly doubt this is the case. If I make progress, like if I send my Switch 1 game data to the Switch 2, and then I play the game on Switch 2, I make progress, will that save data carry over? I doubt it. Like, it'll sync up any progress I make while playing on one system, then the other system will also have that. Like, it'll auto-sync up. I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure what is the case is I send my save data from Switch 1 to Switch 2, the Switch 1 games just have no data on them anymore. Like, they're just blank copies now. They have no save data. Wow, did I get all of those in one shot? Nice! But yeah, that's just something I don't want, is transferring all my game data from Switch 1 to Switch 2. And then my Switch 1 has no save data on it anymore, so I just never touch the Switch 1 anymore. Kill you. Give me the coin. By the way, I hope you realize that me not collecting these the Comet medals means that we're essentially gonna have to play this game 3 times. Once to actually get through the game, another time to get every Comet medal, and then finally get the green stars, because I will play through this whole game. So, by me not collecting the Comet medals, I will eventually have to go through each galaxy again to collect the Comet medals. Thankfully, I only need to do the first star, the first mission of each galaxy. Because that's the only place where the Comet medals do show up, the first star. But you know, something else I'm also curious about, and I don't know how I'll do this, if I will even do it this way. If I... So, like, I want to see what happens if you don't collect a single Comet medal. How far into the game can you get? Are you able to get every star? Like, from every galaxy? Every galaxy with 2 stars, and then the hidden stars? Are you able to get all the stars available, but it's just the prankster comets that don't show up? But when it finally comes time for me to get the Comet medals, if I just go linear, will it just be the exact same pattern? The exact same order that you would get the prankster comets anyways? Excuse me. So, a part of me wants to get them in a random order, just to see if the sequence of Comet medals... what? The sequence of prankster comets is different. But the thing is, what order do I get them in? Just random? See that prankster? Oh my god, I'm getting my terms mixed up. See that Comet medal over there? I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm also very curious, what new line was added into the game? This game got randomly updated too, from what I recall. It randomly got updated for no reason, and new text was put into the game. And I have no idea where that text is, or who says it. I'm kinda guessing it's Rosalina who says it, but she's at the very end of the game. Like, deadass, the very last thing of the game. I find it funny, and it's obvious why. I find it funny how Rosalina became a fan favorite. She just pops up in every game. And then someone like Lubba in this game? Yeah, she just doesn't. She's kind of forgotten. And we do know that it's a she now. I mean, it's not hard to understand why. Lubba isn't smoking hot like Rosalina is, of which who I absolutely would. Oh! I also got a shiny Voltorb in Pokemon Go today. I got it during dinner. Alright, first of many prankster comets not picked up. Done. The game is also super quiet for me. I don't remember it being this quiet. Like, it's just not that loud in my headset, and it's already at max volume. That took me 8.5 minutes? Was that counting the beginning, or just the stage itself? And look, I want to start playing my Switch 2 as well. There are games on that thing I want to play. Albeit, as of this very moment in time, there's not a whole lot of games. In fact, as of this moment, you know, over a year since the Switch 2 came out, I can only think of less than 10 games I would actually play on that thing. Like 10 games, I would not be able to play anywhere else. Actually, hold on, that's not the case. That's not entirely the case. So you have Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. I wanted to play that game since it was announced, but Switch 2 exclusive. And then there is Mario Kart World, Kirby Air Riders, you know, 2 racing games, and a 3rd racing game, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds for the Switch 2. Now, I mentioned this before in the past. I will take the loss that is not playing this on a PlayStation 5 for the better graphics in exchange for being able to play this game on the go. I don't have a PlayStation 5 anyways, and I don't plan to buy one anymore because Sony killed physical games. As of this moment, they have not gone back on their decision of that. So who knows, maybe in the future they'll realize their mistake and they'll backtrack that. Let me know in the future if that happens. So that there is only 4 Switch 2 games. What about the rest? Well, there's Pokemon Winds and Waves, so that counts as 2. And then there's the Ocarina of Time game. But that's 7. Well, actually, the other 2 games are not Switch 2 like original. I want to play these on the GameCube NSO. I want to play Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. I never had a chance to play those games. Because the GameCube was before my time. And that meant I never really got to play Smash Melee. I only played that game like a total of 3 times in my entire life. And that was almost 20 years ago. I'm still so mad that we never got a Galaxy 3. So much potential with the Galaxy games that we just never got. You know, I would have happily purchased 10 Mario Galaxy games. It also didn't help that the Mario Galaxy movie was abysmal trash. If anything, that movie represented every Mario game except for Mario Galaxy. When these games first came out, it was a pipe dream to ever get a Mario Galaxy movie. And now that we did get one, we still never got a Mario Galaxy movie. I'm not gonna destroy all of them. Let's just get going. So, no need to worry about not picking up any Comet medals here. Just gotta play the game like normal. Because there is no Comet medals on these levels. These second star missions. You know what? Let me go this way this time. It just goes right through me! Oh, I never knew that. Whoa! Never seen it flung that far before. Trying to hit the chest, thank you. And hold on, before I go, aren't I... Oh, I didn't mean to... I hit the button by mistake. I was about to jump down the house and go to the other side. Never mind. And down the rabbit hole we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Give me that coin. Oh, pfft. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Is there ever... Like, is there any real-life experience like this? You fall down only to end up above where you just were? Like, is there any giant cylinder kind of place in real life you can fall down and you just go back up? Like, you just go back around? Wow, I'm amazed I didn't get hit there. I thought I would have. Watch out for the cosmic clones! Cool, anyways. I think last time I played this game, I mentioned how the cosmic clones just haven't really returned at all yet. Turns out they have. Maybe not called cosmic clones, but still. Didn't I have trouble here last time for some reason? Wow, nice miss. Well, I still got it though. Yeah, didn't I die here last time and lose all my coins? Didn't they change the names of these things, too? These bonsai bills? That is 2 out of a lot of stars left. Player 2 in this game just serves no purpose. Oh, you wanna know something? So I was looking up some Joy-Con accessories for the Nintendo Switch, and wow, I don't understand why Nintendo is so stingy with them. Not just the price, which is absolutely absurd, $124.99 Canadian for Switch 2 Joy-Cons. I actually like the way the teal one looks. The teal and purple one, I actually like the way that one looks. Paired with the default light blue one that comes with the system, that's what I want. At least, you know, those being the only colors available at the moment. With the dark blue and yellow one. Like, I want the light blue and teal ones as the ones I use, but them's expensive, man! But not only that, I almost instinctively went over to grab the Comet Medal. No, 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 not in this run. But, yeah, I don't understand why they're so stingy with the colors, too. So, I finally looked it up today. Many years ago, I saw at Best Buy that Best Buy was selling a pair of neon green Joy-Cons. Like, it was actually both right and left. And I never saw it again. Now, you can buy a neon green Joy-Con with a neon purple, but that's it. You can only get one neon green, not both. In fact, you can only get one neon green, period. You just cannot get the other side that's neon green. So I finally looked it up why. Why was there only ever one release of a pair of neon green? And I come to find out that Best Buy had a special sale of that for the release of Luigi's Mansion 3. The neon green was meant to be a reference to Gooigi. See, I wanted to buy it at the time, but back then I think I was still in high school. You know, a high school kid with no money. And nobody was about to buy me $100 Joy-Cons. You know, nobody was about to buy me $100 game controllers. And now it's like, damn, I wish I got them! But that being aside, how stupid it is how you now cannot get one side of the Joy-Cons that is green. Like, you can only get one, but not both. Aside from that, you guys remember the Mario Odyssey Dark Red Joy-Cons? I wanted those, but they're just impossible to find. Like, they're just not produced anymore. And I don't understand why. I get that it was the Mario Odyssey Dark Red Joy-Cons, but like, there's no reason you have to stop production, right? No longer have them on the market. The reason I want those is because the dark red actually looks red. The neon red ones that we know for the Nintendo Switch, them's ain't it. That's just ain't it for me. Like, the neon red ones just aren't it for me. They're too bright. They're not dark enough to be the red that I like. So those are some Joy-Con colors I wish I could get. So I want the pair of the neon green ones, I want the pair of the dark red ones, and the Skyward Sword blue and purple. Now, yes, at the time of those release, I did buy 2. Right? I bought 2 in case one ever did. Well, what? In case one ever did break, and one did. As in, I played using that pair so much, I played them to destruction. Like, they genuinely just don't work anymore. I used those Joy-Cons so much, I used them to their destruction. So now, I have a brand new pair. I still have one pair. But, like, they're not sold anymore. I don't want to use them, because if I use them, I'll wear them down, and I can't buy them anymore. Like, I don't understand why Nintendo is so stingy with their Joy-Cons. And it's like, it's not hard to reproduce them, it's literally just a color change. Like, if I had the option available, I would always be playing with the Skyward Sword blue and purple ones. Like, that would be my go-to colors, just because, goddamn, those look really good. Even though my favorite color is red, and those dark red Joy-Cons look good. You know, if I was made of money, here's what I would have done. In another timeline, I would have done this. So my normal Switch, my normal Nintendo Switch, the gray default one that we all got at launch, I would perma have the Skyward Sword blue and purple ones with this one. The Mario Red Switch that came out a couple years ago, I did want to buy that. I almost did too, but then I decided not to. Oh my god. All this for a coin. And I would have had that Mario Red Switch with the dark red Joy-Cons. The colors may not match, but damn it, that's what I would have wanted. And then the green ones, I suppose I'll just keep. If I was made of money, that's what I would have done. The default Switch using the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons, the red Mario one with the dark red Mario Odyssey Joy-Cons. But sadly, even if I had money, that's just not the reality. That can't be the reality. I've also mentioned this before. When I start playing my Nintendo Switch 2, I will only be using Switch 1 Joy-Cons to play on it. Via Bluetooth or syncing or whatever. Well, obviously when I go out in handheld mode, then I have no choice but to use the Switch 2 Joy-Cons, because I'm not bringing my grip and Switch 1 Joy-Cons with me everywhere I go. So playing in handheld mode, of course I'm going to use the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. But the reason I'm going to be doing that... So the reason, you know, whenever I'm, like, playing on Nintendo Switch 2 here, I'll be using Switch 1 Joy-Cons is because I won't be adding so much wear and tear, so much usage, to the Switch 2 Joy-Cons. I'd rather use the Switch 1 ones because they're much cheaper. So I play a pair of Joy-Cons until they are completely done for. Well, they're much cheaper. They're much cheaper to replace. And I've gone through my fair share of Joy-Cons in my days. Because these things, they're quality, but they're also fragile. You know, you use them so much, they actually start wearing down. So, Dig-a-Leg. You know these enemies here, these little yellow drill enemies? They're called Diggas. Ah, early internet culture would have never blinked twice at that name. But now, it's like, wait a second, what are they called? Excuse me, what did you just say? So these Diggas right here, D-I-G-G-As, that's actually what these enemies are called. I'm not saying anything else, I'm saying these enemies' names. These things are Diggas. Oh, you know what else I also find rather stupid? Like, genuinely is stupid? You know how the Switch 1, comes with the neon red and blue Joy-Cons? Well, you can buy the other controller separately as the colors. So, for me, let's say for me, the next best thing is to have a pair of the ugly neon red Joy-Cons for my Switch. So I need to buy a whole separate controller. One separate controller, just one side. Like, they don't even sell it as a pair, they sell it as one singular. Like, I don't understand why they're so picky. Oh, I almost see? I almost instinctively went and grabbed this. No, no, no. No, 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 you will not. You know, for a gaming company whose branding is the color red, you would think they would have a red controller, a red version of their system that is, you know, widely accessible. But no, they don't. If they did, I would have bought that shit up. And I almost did when they released the Mario Red Switch. I almost bought it. As long as you don't knock me into the black hole. You know, we're all still waiting and wondering what the next big 3D Mario will be. Obviously, you guys in the future will know, but as of this moment, there is no new Mario, no new 3D Mario. We had Mario Odyssey for the Switch, but we don't have anything of the sort for Switch 2. Unless you want to count Donkey Kong Bonanza as that, which I don't. Swiss roll of a planet. Anyone else hear a little farting sound whenever he sends one of his drills out? Oh, sorry, one of his diggas out? Listen closely. Listen for a little fart sound. Damn, these graphics look clean! I don't remember them looking like, you know, 480p on the Wii. But they were. My memories remember it looking like this, but that clearly wasn't the case. How's the shiny hunt? I didn't forget to change the title, did I? No, I didn't. Good. I got it to work. I got a couple of permutations to work, but it's very much based on RNG, so I still have a long way to go. A part of me almost prefers the star bit, because 1-ups are almost pointless in this game. Especially if you're an absolute G at this game like me. Wait, hold on. Doesn't breaking this cause them to disappear? Yeah. Look at that. These two are in Smash Brothers. Both of these. Both of these guys. Hold on. Hold on. We not done here. Oh. Hold on. Get off my screen. Man, bots are annoying. Oh god, hold on. Wait. You bitch-ass bot! You made me miss the star bits. Ah, that's fine. What a poor existence these things have. Just going back and forth for eternity. Until I kill them. Relieve them of their eternal torment. Wow! I could not have timed that worse. Hey, appreciate the coin. Wait, I should go from top to bottom. And then let's go back to the other side. And that's the last one. What else is there to talk about? My friends want to hang out tomorrow night, so there's a good chance I won't be able to do this tomorrow. How disappointing, I know. Man, you know, I saw this pointed out that would have been something great for the Mario Galaxy movie if they had the chimp in it. So the chimp is like a rival in this game. But imagine, you know that monkey that stole Toad's bag in the Galaxy movie? Imagine if it was the chimp who did that. It would have been so easy, and you get to keep your monkey character, Nintendo! And then go down here. Did I miss it? There we go. Alright, we're very familiar with this. But I'd be lying if I told you I don't get nervous every time I do this. Because it does make you nervous, like something very simple to make you screw up. Cloud Mario. A power-up that only appeared briefly in the Galaxy movie. You know, I wish I could have come on here, played this game again, and rave about, oh my goodness, this was in the Galaxy movie, that was in the Galaxy movie. Can you believe this is how they did it in the Galaxy movie? No! They did almost nothing from the Galaxy games in the Galaxy movie. Already 150 coins! Some crazy-looking monkey grabbed the Power Star. Our captain chased him up that wall by jumping off the slides until he reached the top. I couldn't keep up. Not like that. I'm gonna grab the coins, but not the big one. Nope. I don't want that. We don't end up seeing Prankster Comets until World 3 anyways. I think. Pretty sure. So for a good chunk of the game, it'll just be smooth sailings, and it'll just be normal. I jumped too early there. Just gonna wait for you to come back out. You know, so earlier tonight at dinner, my family was just reminiscing on just how quickly time flies. Because my sister, she's having a kid, so we were just going through memory lane of, you know, baby pictures. Because my sister managed to somehow upscale them and then upload the photos to her phone. Ah, technology. But you know, there's a sort of beauty that's lost from those old pictures, those old-timey, grimy pictures, those gritty pictures. Nowadays, just our phones have these HD cameras, but there was a certain magic to the old school stuff, you know? Old school movies, old school pictures, just old school cameras. There was something kind of pure about it. About the pictures and videos that was taken from back then. Nowadays, it's all clear, high definition. The past just kind of lost some of its magic, but whatever. Anyway, so we were looking over some old baby pictures of my sister and myself. Just laughing, looking at the embarrassing baby pictures of ours. And I like to tease my mom whenever we see baby pictures of me. It's like, Mom, look, this is a spitting image of you. Me. And my mom is always disgusted. She's like, oh no, oh no. Because she does not like that I inherited her face. My sister looks like our dad. I look like our mom. My sister has our dad's face. I have mom's face. I look more like my mom. So my mom is petrified. She is disgusted that her beautiful face was passed down to me. My mom's always like, look at how beautiful your mother is. And you? It's like, look at how fat and ugly you are. It's like, my face does not work on a boy's body. And then she copes like, you look like Grandpa. I don't exactly know what my grandpa looks like when he was younger. But if the pattern was established like that, daughter looks like father, and then afterwards son looks like mother, it's not impossible that I look exactly like my grandfather. Grandpa had mom, and then I look like mom. But another thing, though, it's like, according to my mom, if I do look like Grandpa, so my mom's father, I personally feel like I look a lot like my dad's father, my other grandpa. I kinda feel like one day when I'm his age, when I'm my grandfather's age right now, I will become the spitting image of my grandfather. Like, I see it, but nobody else sees it. Nobody else thinks that I look like Grandpa. I feel like I do. I feel like I look exactly like Grandpa if I was, like, 50 years older. Mark my words, 50 years from now, I feel like I will look identical to my grandfather. On my dad's side, that is. Damn, 50 years from now, Grandpa will be long gone. I did not mean to come back down the pipe. Pause. I forget how many coins I needed here. Maybe it was just 100, which I have easily surpassed. It is 100. Metallic! Imagine if these coins were like giant chocolate coins. Anyone else not really like chocolate coins? The consistency just isn't that appealing to me. Like, it just becomes this almost sludge in your mouth that just stays in your mouth. You know, it's not the same consistency, the same texture as, like, eating an actual chocolate bar. Why am I trying to preserve these clouds? You know, my mom earlier tonight at dinner was also joking around like, son, one day when you get a wife and you're about to have kids too, we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna go through all your baby pictures, we're gonna laugh at you. And I just said, alright, we'll do the same thing. I will go over how I have exactly the same face as you, Mom. Wait, what did they change about the bank toad again? Wait, they changed something about the bank toad. Oh, I forgot. Man, I forget. What did they change about Bank Toad? They changed something about him. Now I can't remember. Why even bottle? Why even bother modeling all of the outside? Ah, yes. A real golden shower. Oh god, don't jump into the black hole now. Don't get sucked into its orbit. Really? I thought that would work. And Mario didn't even flinch. I can never make it there. Well, I'm sure I have before, it's just... I don't really try to get over there. Why are you out of sync? Quickly, 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 quickly. At least grab the coins! Remember, no Comet Medal. No picking that up. Oh my god! No picking that up, that is. Whoops. Wait, jump the proper direction. I do not want to pick you up. At least not yet. Funny how Mario turns to the camera when he picks it up. Don't get crushed by the boxes now, that can happen. Just a nice relaxing game to play, you know? That coin is teetering on where gravity changes. I normally don't even take this path. I take the path to get the 1-ups. I tried to get that 1-up. Ugh. There we go. These levels are longer than I thought. Or not thought, but longer than I remember. Wait, what did they change about Bank Toad? Right! He just doesn't store them anymore. Look how they massacred my boy. That is such an irredeemable L on Nintendo's end. Like, they absolutely massacred the character. The character is generous. You ever thought about speedrunning this game? I would do terribly. And besides, this kind of game, what would be counted as speedrunning, you know? Well, actually, if I think about it, it would be it would actually be 100%, because you need all the stars and then all the green stars to get the final star. I'm just gonna pick up these coins. Credits or 100%? Well, you actually need to see the credits like 2 times in this game. Ugh. I would do a terrible job speedrunning this. When are you playing Hollow Knight? I plead the fifth. You sent me the game, you did? Whoops. So much easier than the Galaxy 1 minigame. There's a lot of games I have yet to play, and yet you get the luxury of watching me play the same game again. What can I say besides you're welcome? Yeah, comfort game in a time when the gaming industry is burning down. As much as I don't want that to happen, it's happening whether we like it or not, so you may as well sit back and just watch the flames grow. Karaoke stream when? Don't nobody want to hear me sing. Let's get something clear. You know, I actually have a lot of games that I can play, a lot of new games. As I explained earlier, only roadblock is a micro SD card. All the money I'm making from work, ooh, spending it all immediately. If I ever have kids, well, this is where all your college fund went to. This is why we don't live in a big, luxurious house. Honestly, if Daddy here saved his money, then we probably could have, but clearly, you look at Daddy's room and you see where all the money went to. One day my kid's gonna see all the big titty anime figures in my room. It's like, this is why we have no money for me to go to college. I will be picking this up. Psych! I almost died for that joke. Another thing, at dinner, my sister pulled out this picture of 30 years ago when Dad was young and holding his newborn daughter. You know, my dad was glowing in the picture. He was on top of the world. he just became a father. This is his firstborn, right? So yes, you can tell how genuine of a smile he had in the picture. And so I turned to my sister and said, you know, one day you're gonna have to explain to your kid why him, your husband, is gonna be in the exact same picture, you know, holding his first newborn, and he's not gonna be smiling. You're gonna have to explain to your kid, Mom, why isn't Dad smiling when he's holding me? Was he not happy with me? You see, my brother-in-law, he just doesn't smile in pictures. Like, genuinely, he just doesn't smile. A picture with just him and my sister. He just doesn't smile. Like, he actually just has a straight face. My sister will be smiling ear to ear, but him... no, he's actually stone-faced. Like, that's just how he is when he's taking pictures. Like, damn, that's such a sad thing to think about. One day, my nibbling is going to ask why their father isn't smiling when holding them. I will also be teaching the world about the word nibbling. Because I got curious and I looked it up a long time ago. You know how grandson and granddaughter, they are all grandchildren. Well, what is the one word for niece and nephew? Well, that's nibbling. So, you know, if one day I were to say, I gotta go pick up my grandkids, right? So one day if my sister asked me to pick up both of her children, if she has two one day, and one's a boy, one's a girl, well, what do I say? I gotta go pick up my niece and nephew? I could say that. Or, what's the one word to describe them both? Kinda like grandkids. I gotta go pick up my nibblings from school. I will teach the world the word nibbling, because for the longest time I didn't know either. I had to look it up. But two kids? That's very far down the road. My sister is only about to have one. You know what I'm kind of afraid of, though, which may actually be best case scenario? Certainly, given my track record, given my pacing. So, when my dad had my sister, you know, his firstborn, obviously my uncle was ecstatic. His older brother has a kid now. And then had another kid. Like, my uncle, his older brother, has a family now. And, you know, Uncle loved his nibblings very much. My concern is I'm going to end up in my uncle's position, where 10 years after... well, actually, my cousin's 10 years younger than me. Which means he's 15 years younger than my sister. Because my sister's 5 years older than me. So... what I'm trying to say is, my uncle had kids 15 years after his brother had kids. I'm afraid that'll be the case for me. My sister has a kid next year. 15 years later, that's when I have kids. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No! Get the last 3 first to make your life easier later on. Okay, I actually got it. I didn't think I would make it in time. What's scary is, 15 years from now, I'll be 40! And it's like, well, my other uncle, on my mom's side, he didn't have his firstborn until he was 40. And I don't even know how long that would be before... Or not... I don't even know how long that would have... how that was... What? I don't even know how long that was after my sister, right? For my uncle on my mom's side, it would have been more than 20 years before he had a kid. I'm pretty sure, at least. I did have to wake up early for work this morning. And boy, was it busy at work. It actually wasn't busy until 1 in the afternoon. And then we were busy until like almost... Oop, I almost dropped my controller. It wasn't busy... It was busy until like 5 in the afternoon. And thus I had to eat lunch at like 12:30. Because I knew that it would be busy starting at 1 o'clock. I ate breakfast at like maybe... Oh no, I got up around like 8:30, so I ate breakfast around like 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I ate lunch around 12:30, and then I didn't eat dinner until like 8 p.m. You know, when I got home, I was told, get ready, we're going out for dinner. I'm just like, what? I didn't expect that. But on the bright side, I didn't have to cook, and I didn't have to do dishes afterwards. I swear we're gonna get Wiggler and Smash before we get Waluigi. This is absolutely not the order you're supposed to get them in. Jeez, I just started the game already at 65 lives. Stinking camera sometimes in this game. Gee, I wonder why they're giving you so many coins. I can't imagine why. What an interesting sequence that was just now. See, they give you plenty of time, even if you mess up like I did. They didn't. The coins didn't even start blinking yet. Just for originality, I'll ground pound all of them. Even though you just really need to ground pound the middle one. It's a creative puzzle, though. See, you kind of just can't even grab that coin, unless you jump and spin for it. Can I stomp on these things? No, I can't. Unless I missed there. Why was this thing blue in the Mario Galaxy movie, by the way? Wow, it actually doesn't count. It has to be in the middle. I kill your child, then I kill you. Ooh, I haven't really drank any water all day. Ooh, that's good. This is the Grand World map. With the power of the Grand Star, you can travel through space and time and whatnot. Look at that. Not a single comet medal gathered. Beautiful. You really can't miss a coin for this hidden star either. You only have 2 coins as a leeway. Which pretty much means every coin prior to that big room you have to collect. We need all these ones. See, that's how it's supposed to be done. Not the mess like what happened earlier. Hold on, buddy. Be right back. Oh! Can't be messing up like that. You cannot be messing up like this! Bruh, what are you doing?! What, you actually missed one. Bruh! What's the matter with you? I have just enough. My, that planet looks very familiar. It's Wispy Woods! Look, it even has the nose! Don't you guys find it interesting how Nintendo games reference other Nintendo games, but not all of them? Mario and Zelda reference each other every now and then. You even have a couple of Pikmin and Metroid references every once in a while. But you don't really see these games ever reference Pokemon or Kirby, right? Even though they are Nintendo, they're still... they're developed by another... well, developers. They're created by different developers, I should say. In a way, Pokemon and Kirby are kind of second-party games. They're owned by Nintendo, but they're not developed by Nintendo. Although, would you maybe argue the same for Xenoblade? I honestly never played Xenoblade, so I wouldn't know. couple more levels and then I'll call it for tonight. I am tired. I am tired. It just... Oh, I never noticed. The title just says Bugaboom's back. That's a double entendre because it's a boss returning from the first game. And that's where you attack. Bugaboom's back. Very nice of Bowser to have a postage system and for Peach to actually... And for him to actually allow Peach to mail out letters. How did he even get to the ship? Like, what's the address? It just said, send to Mario. Which one's next? Was Yoshi Falls next? Yeah, Yoshi Falls is next. Did I say Yoshi Falls? Hightail Falls. The level that has Yoshi in it. Like, did the letter come with a stamp? How much did she pay for postage? You know what you just don't see anymore? And maybe it's just I don't see it anymore. Let me know if anyone out there actually still sees this anymore. Actual handwritten letters be mailed. Anyone see that anymore? Now it's all email or text messaging, or the things you receive in the mail are all bills. Bills and advertisements. You never get a handwritten note mailed in an envelope anymore. Anyone out there actually receive one? Like, anytime recently? An actual handwritten note in an envelope. Hold on, I want to see if I can get the rest of those coins. Can I land on Yoshi? Damn it, Yoshi, if you didn't move, I could have landed on you. Man, I also remember a time when, if you were interested in someone, you would ask for an email address. You know, it wasn't necessarily like, can I get your number? I remember a time when it was like, hey girl, can I get your email address? How times have changed. Are you serious? They actually added a sound effect for the bridge, too. I like that. I think you only want 30 coins? I think. Nope! What the hell? I aimed and I pressed the button! Whoops. Oh my god! Went too far. At least you got all the star bits. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Bruh, what are you doing? What the hell? What the hell? You better... I swear to God, I swear to God. Good enough! Remember, we need coins right now. Notice how the music gets slightly faster too, whenever we have Dash Yoshi. Bruh. Nah, go back and get those coins. Oh, I tried to land on the Goomba. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed two. May want to hurry up. What the hell? You messed this up so badly, man. I thought a star bit was still coming to me. Oh my god! How are you gonna miss those coins? It's okay, we should have enough. Stop, 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 get off, get off! Bro, you had 2 coins right next to you. You couldn't grab them to satiate your hunger even a little bit? Okay, so these polyworlds have our silver stars. Bruh, come on! Oh! I don't know you actually go pick them up too. Yo! Like, give me these guys, you know? Give me these guys as an obscure character. When Mario Kart World came out, I was really hoping that we would get some deep cut or obscure characters to play as, not characters like Snowman and Cow. Alright, so we got an invite from the chimp. Finally! Bruh! You messed it up already! Ah. At least you don't lose points for getting hit. Wow. Yo, don't die on me now. What are you doing? Yo, hurry up. You can actually still do this. Oh my god, that was pathetic. Whoops. No, not here. So we finish Hightail. Let's get Boulder Bowl done, and then we'll call it for today. Rock Hard Mario. And I will not be assisting you, Toad, because I do not want the Comet medal that's inside. I actually maybe could have rolled a strike there had I not moved. Well, spare's better than nothing. Oh God! Whoops. I was about to jump in the middle and see how many I can get with just one spin. Was a 1-up not here? Wait, was there a 1-up here? Wow, last one standing, you actually got me. Yeah, but there's also over here. I will go grab the coins first, since those can disappear. Get back here! That counted as coins? Aww. Dude is actually stuck up here. Aw, I failed the long jump. I don't need no power shroom to deal with roll a dildo. Where did you even come from? There's nowhere to hide on this planet, and it's see-through. That counted? That counted? Which boss was it in this game that took 4 hits? Okay, I think this is where I'm going to end for tonight. I hit the wrong button there. I will end this for tonight. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time for more of the same game again. Okay, see ya.